Welcome to the Cinematics Podcast.
Da-da-da-da.
I'm Connor,
I'm Casey.
and today, for our first episode in our mystery special, we're going to be talking about Shutter Island.
Oh, I thought you were going to say more. I'm not going to lie. Okay.
I was waiting on you.
All right, Shutter Island. This is a good movie. This is
It's
very
a solid
much...
one. It's a solid movie, yeah.
It's a solid movie. Okay, starting with the reviews.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
I'll start off giving it I'll give it an 8.
I give it a 9.
Give it a 9?
I give
Yeah.
it a 9 out of 10.
I think maybe the first time I would have seen the movie, I would have rated it higher, but I've seen this movie like a lot of times.
I've only seen it once.
It's kind of ridiculous. I think I've seen the movie like 10 plus times, and it's not even like it's my favorite movie. I just like showing it to people because the ending is really shocking. Like, I don't know. I think they did the reveal really well, like the plot twist.
I agree with that. I think the ending is amazing. I did not expect it.
Yeah.
I fully thought they were going to go a completely different route. And I also love the fact that they clearly make it seem like they're going a completely different route.
Yeah, a bunch of times. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they just like throw random like ruses at you, make you think something is, going to happen when it doesn't.
But then, like, and I know we're just skipping to the end of the movie, but it's
I mean-
like such a cool part. Looking back on the movie and like seeing all of the random, like almost hallucinations as
Yeah.
you're going through it, and knowing what you know from the end, which if anyone that hasn't seen the movie, just so everyone's aware, turns out the main character, Leonardo DiCaprio, actually is insane, and all of this he was doing is all from his hallucinations, basically. And so basically he at the very end of the movie you figure that out and everything like that. So it's kind of interesting seeing, like, thinking about it. It's like, oh yeah, that was kind of weird. Like, there's a lot of really weird scenes in this, and that kind of makes sense. Or like, why does that little girl keep showing up? And now that
Yeah.
makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, that would actually make sense on why that little girl keeps showing up.
Yeah. Well, the movie definitely telegraphs to you at some point that he is like crazy. Like, it gets like super evident, but then you don't like know the extent of like the plot flip that's about to happen. Because you're like, this guy kind of seems like he's losing it. You think that he's losing it. You didn't know that like from the very beginning of the movie he's already lost it.
You didn't know he already didn't have it. He
Yeah.
thought he had it, and he's like immediately. I think I said this to you while we were
Yeah.
watching. I was like, oh, it's like they're drugging him, and
Yeah.
they clearly make that very clear. Like, that's the whole point. You're supposed to think he's being drugged, and then by the end of the movie, you're like, oh, clearly they're drugging him. But then he has the realization of, oh, actually, I killed my wife and all my kids are dead, and oh my God. And then just, God, it's just it's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, it's super bleak, and it's also like a good like standalone like war movie too. I mean, like it's the war elements of it are like, I don't know. It's just it brings out a really sad side of like PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Not that PTSD can ever be like a not sad thing.
It's always kind of sad, yeah.
Oh, it's super sad, dude. This is also like a movie that's impossible to talk about without spoiling it, because like like that, like I was pretty cut and dry whenever I said that we should like watch it, because it's like impossible to say anything that happens in the movie without it being kind of like a spoiler.
Yeah, especially because and knowing what you know by the end of it too, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie to watch twice for that reason too.
Oh, 100%. I would watch this movie a second time. It's very rare I'd watch a movie a second time. I think this one I would, because it would be kind of cool to see all the stuff. There's some really insane parts that are just so weird and out of place.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, even knowing the ending, it's like the one scene where he looks over the edge and he sees his partner on the ground, and then just some fucking eagle screeches.
Yeah, there's like a group of like sound effects. There's like, because there was like a cigarette like butt on the edge of this little cliff, and he like walks up to it, and then you hear like the sound of a cigarette burning, an eagle screeching, and then a crashing noise, and he looks down and sees like the silhouette of his like partner just had landed on this rock. It's like, what the fuck was that sound effect, Jane? It was like he had like a soundboard.
It's like he just clicked random buttons.
Yeah, that's like the impression it kind of gave off. Also, this movie had like the most unexpected hard R N word out of nowhere.
Did it?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Where they were giving like, he was like interviewing people, and there was like there were like those like 3 orderlies that just pretended to be like insane for the plot to like continue.
I think I remember this.
Yeah,
Yes, the one guy, wasn't it the guy in the jail cell though?
No, that was
Am I thinking
like
of someone else?
Yeah, that was like George Noyce or whatever. Or yeah, that was That was that guy.
I remember someone saying it, but I don't remember where.
It was right at the beginning. It was like
Whenever they were interviewing everybody?
yeah, whenever that girl
Oh.
gave him the napkin that said "run" on it,
Was it the guy that was doing this?
he was doing that.
doing
and
it
it was
to
pissing him
him.
off. Yeah,
That guy.
Remember
Okay, yes, I
that?
do
That was like
remember
I
this.
was like, damn, I never expect that in the movie. Every time I watch it, I forget that he just like drops the hard R N word in the movie. So
You
that
don't
kind
get
of
very
aged.
often.
That kind of aged poorly. I mean, not that it was ever a good thing.
I was
but
gonna
it's
say, I don't
like-
think it aged poorly. It was supposed to be bad.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's a really weird liberty to take in the movie. It's like this guy's so insane. We're gonna have him say the N word hard R. It's like
Doesn't like
wild.
certain people, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the doctors in the movie, or if you want to call them that, whatever.
The
Yeah,
psychiatrists?
The psychiatrists.
Especially the first psychiatrist you meet that's kind of like the head of the whole thing. Love his actor and like love the way he plays the character. He's
Yeah.
so charismatic throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. You
It-
like want to trust him, but you know that you shouldn't.
Yeah, but then you should. But at the same time, like
Yeah.
again, by the end of the movie, you know you're like, I should have trusted him. He's actually a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I like that he has like a, a redemption arc, but then you also find out that he's been like following, somebody that's just been kind of like
Insane.
antagonizing him because of, the fact that he's insane, I guess, pretty much. That was yeah.
I
Plot
know.
twist was wild.
Yeah, and then you also have the German psychiatrist that kind of does the same thing. He kind of antagonizes the main character, who I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah, it's because they throw you like two different names for him. That whole like rule of four thing that they pulled at the end, where it turns out that his name was the name he was going under for the movie was Teddy Daniels, and then his actual name ended up being Andrew Latus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that it was supposed to be like it's flipped.
it was like
Or so- it's like it's-
all of the names contain the same letters but in different orders. So
Yes.
the name would have been Edward Daniels, and then Andrew Latus has the same letters in it. That was like pretty much the plot
I don't know,
twist.
can we fact check this? I don't even know if that's true.
That
They
is
could have
true.
said that, and I would have no idea if
Really?
that's true.
You don't remember that?
No, I remember what you're talking about. I'm just saying I have no idea if that's actually true. They could have told me something completely different, and I probably would have believed it.
What about the letters?
Yeah. They could have just thrown two random names out,
Yeah.
but these are the same.
By the way, I mean, don't look too hard at it, but these do have the same letters. They have 3 of the same letters.
I don't know. Sometimes movies do that. They're just like, this is clearly the case. And then you like,
Yeah.
if you actually look at it, it's not, but you have to suspend your disbelief. So
Yeah.
I'll just believe that it's the case. Sure.
Yeah, and then it was like his wife had like 2 different aliases as well. And
Oh my God. The wife scene?
oh my god.
So sad.
Yeah,
Like
gave me
genuinely
chills.
so sad. Like him getting home to like just a completely empty house, seeing his wife swinging on the swing,
Yeah.
and like where are the kids, and then just seeing their floating
Oh
bodies.
my God, yeah.
And him rushing into the water, just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know that gave me chills just hearing you say it. I watched that movie the first time when I was like too young to like understand the emotional weight of the scene. I think I was like 10.
It's too young for that movie.
It's
I don't
a- it
know
is-
how you were allowed that.
Yeah, well, no, it was just on TV. You know,
just, like,
it,
sat
it would
down,
play
you're
on like FX a lot. It was one of those movies, so I watched it on FX quite a few times.
I mean, fair enough, I guess, but
Yeah, it was just interesting. Also, I think that this movie inspired Outlast like a lot. Every time that I watch it, I'm like, yo, this is definitely Outlast.
I've never played Outlast. Why do you
Really?
say that? No, I've never played. I've watched some, but I'm not
Yeah.
super into horror games.
Well, yeah, that's fair. I mean, not that it follows the same plot necessarily with the main character, like, or any sort of like plot twist like that, but just its setting and pretty much all of the Outlast game kind of looks like you're in the, what was it, Ward C, where like all of the like really out of touch people were in the movie. Yeah, that's pretty much the setting of Outlast, and so it's like I don't know. And then he's trying to escape the asylum.
Just
you know?
because, so basically, just because it's like all set in a insane asylum almost.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you remember that one guy that like attacked him and started talking about like the atom bomb or whatever, or a hydrogen bomb?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much Outlast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like all the guys kind of look like that and just like screaming and stuff at you like that. Scariest game ever, by the way.
Yeah, I want to say I've watched someone play a little bit of it, and I know the ending. It's like they go down and really weird tangent here. They go down and they find. I don't even remember what they find. Is it like a cloning machine or something like that in
No,
the
it's
basement?
like they had some sort of machine that was like shocking people's brains or whatever, and I actually don't remember. It's okay. It's a really random tangent. I mean, it is pretty related because of the setting. I just think that I don't know. Every time that I watch Shutter Island, ever since I played Outlast, I'm like, wow, I feel like it's inspired.
I mean, fair enough. They both are set in the pretty much very similar places.
Yeah.
You just don't play as an insane person. That would be cool. That'd be a cool ending on that game too.
What, that you were?
That you were actually insane the whole time, and
I
all
think
of it
they
was
kind
a
of-
dream.
Oh, okay. I hate when games
hate
do,
that.
like movies do that. That's such a terrible trope.
Literally, if any movie ever ends with it was actually a dream, it's an instant 1-star rating. For me.
Yeah.
Like instantaneous. There's no reason that should be the case.
I don't think I've actually ever seen a movie that ends like that, but I'm glad. It'd be awful.
The only one that I think it kind of works, or that it would work on, would be, what is it called? Inception? Inception.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's all about
that
dreams.
works. That it was actually, this was all in a dream, because that's the whole point of the movie. But that's the only exception that I will allow.
There was I forgot what I was gonna say. Just left my mind. Anyway, what do you think is what's your standout scenes in the movie?
Well, the bald eagle scene, obviously.
Of course. Yeah, how could we not mention that? We laughed about that for a long time.
It was a funny scene.
Like once that like this whole stretch happens where they go to like the Ward C or whatever, everything past that point is like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's like a really long, like 30-minute hallucination scene where he like watches his partner commit suicide, and then like the whole island just gets infested with rats, and it's like,
God, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was like
not a rat guy.
not a rat. Well, that many rats and all coming out of one hole.
Yeah, it was weird.
Swarming everywhere.
Yeah.
That wasn't my favorite. And then he meets the doctor that is actually all hallucination.
Oh, the lady that was hiding in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was like the whole point of the movie at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
was that they were looking for her, Rachel Solando. That was like also one of his wife's like aliases.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, oh man, I always forget that part's like fake. It's like, how could he have hallucinated this entire thing?
It's a very realistic
Yeah.
hallucination. I definitely would say that's probably one of the suspend your disbeliefs. But to
Yeah.
be fair, I'm not insane. Maybe hallucinations might genuinely be that bad. For
There's
some
some really weird ones in the movie. Like I don't know, like some of them just seem like mistakes. Like that one where like the lady like picks up like a glass of water. Like in the first shot, they're like showing it kind of
Oh,
like
yes. They're
from the angle
interviewing.
of this camera almost, and then she's like grabbing it, and then it like zooms in on just like a headshot, and she's clearly got no
She's
glass
just-
of water
like,
in her
there's,
hand.
There's clearly a glass of water.
Yeah.
And she has a glass of water in her hand.
Yeah.
And then she looks at the person,
Cut.
goes
And then-
straight in her face, and she has nothing in her hand. She just goes,
Yeah, like well, I don't know if that was like. I want to think that that's like deliberate, but I don't know why it would be.
it's such a weird
Yeah.
if it is a mistake, it's a very weird mistake. It's also
Yeah.
insane to me that would have not gotten caught.
Exactly.
Which makes me think it's real, but I don't know why they would have that in.
Yeah.
Unless it's just to show how he's insane.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I think they kind of just throw you random things like that just to throw you off
Just
a
to
bunch of
fuck
times,
with you.
just to fuck with you. Yeah, all the time in the movie. They do that a lot. And then there was like a scene where when they were in like the Ward C block, which I don't know. I keep talking about that. It is like one of my favorite stretches of the movie when they go into that Ward C.
Oh yeah.
And they meet like the George Noyce guy. That seems pretty freaky.
It's kind of fun listening to George Noyce just like go on a fucking tangent
Yeah.
about random shit.
Just
Or like
being insane.
or the one guy that's talking about the atom bomb and the hydrogen bomb and everything like that. And he's just going on a tangent about, how it's going to kill everybody. It's like those scenes are so creepy
Yeah.
and like so much tension build up. Like I absolutely love those. Whenever the insane characters just keep being insane, like
Yeah, I thought it was really actually like pretty interesting. It was an interesting perspective. Where like in the movie they'll talk to some of the like insane people in there, and they're all like basically they've been in there since before like World War II, and so they don't know anything about like TVs and the bombs and like everything, and they're all like, I don't know, they've been in there for like forever. Yeah.
yeah, because the movie takes place shortly after World War II. Because he is
Yeah.
a World War II vet, right?
Yeah, well, and yeah, he is, but then like I think they even like mentioned at some point that when he keeps hallucinating and remembering this time where he like shot a whole bunch of like innocent people.
Well,
Well, no, no, yeah, they
innocent.
were.
They were Germans that were in a Holocaust camp
Oh, okay,
that
yeah.
killed a whole
Oh,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah,
Jews.
yeah. He killed a bunch of those people, and then like
Unarmed.
Yeah, they were
combatants.
unarmed. That's what it was like.
That's what it
yeah,
would probably
they
be
weren't
the biggest
innocent. They were
issue.
unarmed, and that's what like fucked him up about it. And they even mentioned that might not have been true. Like one of the doctors said something where he was like, they kind of like don't believe it. They think that it's like part of his like, persona that he's like fabricated to like
But
try
the
to get
thing
over
is that his persona is based on reality. That's him
Yeah.
before he did all the things to his wife and his kids died and all that. And
Yeah.
he kind of broke.
Yeah.
So I would assume that would be all real. Everything from before, that's all real.
Yeah.
But then just anything after that, that's where he broke, and that's where he that's where almost his life diverges. It's
Yeah.
like he made a character there, and that's his real life over here type of thing.
Mhm.
Would be my assumption.
It's crazy to think that stuff like this actually happens. It's like
Mhm.
it's like a really vulnerable character to be following. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
just-
like it's cool how they show. What would this be even called? Like, what would the actual sickness be called? Like schizophrenia or
like multiple personalities.
well, multiple personalities, but like with the included in the.
Hallucinations and
Thank
stuff.
you.
Well, yeah, that would be like I'd assume that would be like schizophrenia. It's like a paranoid schizophrenic with multiple personalities.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
kind of cool though. It's kind of cool how they show it.
Yeah, because realistically, I feel like probably a person in that position wouldn't know that they have that condition.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well,
Oh, I would assume.
in his particular case.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Especially
really
with
interesting character to follow.
borderline or with multiple personality disorder, where you've basically completely diverged into a completely new persona.
Yeah.
That persona doesn't know anything.
Also, the acting in this movie is really good.
Mhm.
Just want to say that real quick. I love the acting in this movie. One of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movies. And Mark Ruffalo's great, and the Doctor, which I'm blanking on the name of.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny is, and I didn't even think about this. We're going to talk about Zodiac later. Mark Ruffalo's also in that movie.
Yep.
We
Zodiac has a packed cast. It's actually kind of
He
insane.
does.
Like it's like I don't know. Some actors play like really small roles too.
We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
But no, this is a good movie though. I will. There's just like a lot of things that happen, or like the dream scenes.
Oh yeah.
The dream scenes are very, very cool and very creepy, especially not knowing that his family drowned and all that stuff. And
Yeah. They're like really prophetic.
yeah, like the fact that water is constantly
Mhm.
dripping off of him in all of the dream scenes.
Yeah.
Which makes sense whenever you know that his kids drowned and he blames himself for it and all of
Yeah.
that. His wife. The only thing that was kind of weird to me. Well, so his wife would be dripping wet, but then burn to death.
Yeah, that's
I never really understood the burning to death.
the burning was because they lived in an apartment before they got that house,
Mm.
and she had like an episode because she was crazy too.
Yes.
And she had like an episode and she burned down the apartment. And so he just like, I don't know. I guess he probably associates her burning down his apartment building with like, I guess the downturn that his life kind of took. Because
That
like
makes
after
sense.
that, then they moved out into this house and then
I guess it could also be the multiple personalities of him
Yeah.
not wanting his wife to have drowned. So he makes, because that was his whole thing, is that his wife died in a fire. And that was
Right.
the one person he was kind of chasing the whole time, was that the guy, the pyromaniac
Yeah,
that
Latus,
burned everything
which
down.
was him.
Which was actually, of course, him that killed his wife. But
yeah. Was
so
it
I guess
his-
that would make sense on why she was burning all the time.
Was it his wife? I thought it was his wife that burned down the place, though. No, it was, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was, but
But he blames himself for it,
he
clearly.
blames Latus as the marshal.
Right.
But in reality, she burned down the place.
Yeah. So it's kind of like him blaming himself, though.
Mhm.
Like I feel like it's about like him taking too much of the blame of like what happened. I mean, it would be impossible not to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. If anything that happens to your loved ones, you always take partial blame. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it is.
Yeah, it's just kind of on you to take up that
Mhm.
part of it,
And like
at least a little bit.
depending, well, sometimes in this situation, like him, the wife killing all of his kids, he couldn't have done anything about that.
Well, yeah.
Like, there's nothing you could do, but obviously that's gonna break someone. If all of
Oh,
your
yeah.
kids die, and then, to be fair, he did shoot his wife, that was probably on him. But at the same time, honestly, it's probably.
You think
fair.
you would have done that?
I probably would shoot my wife if he killed.
Oh, yeah.
If she killed 3 of my kids,
I wouldn't be able to like live with.
I wouldn't be
with
able
it.
to live with myself.
It's terrible.
I'm surprised he didn't kill himself afterwards.
I know, really.
That's so sad.
The ending of the movie where it becomes obvious that he is like now aware that he is like living in a fantasy, and then they have this like kind of on running thing in the movie where he's playing like a superhero basically to himself, like this like law enforcement like marshal character, and then they keep kind of giving him the idea that like he might be a little bit like more of a monster than he thinks he is, and then they ask him at the end of the movie. This always kind of like gives me chills, or at least recently when I've watched it. Because when I was a kid, I just didn't understand what he was talking about. But they'd like ask him like or they'd like wait for him to see if he would like remiss, and he comes out of his little like cell, and his partner, who turns out to be one of the doctors, is just like waiting for him, and he's like, "We got to get off this rock." He's like immediately.
He immediately
regresses.
had regress.
Yeah, and then they kind of like talk to each other like from afar, like the doctors, and they're like, "Yeah, he's fucked. We're gonna go give him a lobotomy." And then he like says like one last thing to Mark Ruffalo's character, and he's like, he said that he had like basically made up his mind on whether he'd rather live as a hero.
He'd rather live. No, what was it? He'd rather die as a monster than live. No, die as a good man than live as a monster. That's what it was. It was a really cool line as well.
Because he realized that he was,
he was a terrible
monster.
person. He just couldn't live with himself.
Yeah, it's so harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's just it's kind of a sad ending. It is a sad ending.
Yeah.
It's not kind of. It is a sad ending. It's a sad movie when you actually when you get to the end of it, you realize that this is a very sad movie. Good on the doctor for trying as much as he did.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly,
what a good guy.
You kind of realize the doctor's actually really, really good.
Yeah,
good person.
He looks so like stern and evil. Like
He
that
does.
actor. Look, he scares the shit out of me. He's I don't know. But yeah, I also like Mark Ruffalo's character a lot.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo does an excellent job in this movie.
Yeah, it's obvious that he's just. It becomes obvious the second watching that he's just like a shrink. You could,
and he's trying to get all the information out of him and like try to get the memories, jog the memories, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But obviously he doesn't manage it until the very, very end of the movie. But
yeah.
But Mark Ruffalo does he does an excellent job in this movie. I mean, all the actors do, to be honest. I don't think there's a single bad actor in this movie.
Yeah. No, I don't think so either.
Other than the one drinking person, terrible job. Everyone else.
Yeah, she missed the cup.
She just kept going.
That's actually what happened. Yeah, she her hand was on the glass, and then whenever she went to do it, it's like it just slipped out.
That's why they had the short, the really close cut, because they hoped people wouldn't see it, and because she knocked the water over.
Yeah.
Weird, little known fact, actually.
Spilled all over Mark Ruffalo's shorts.
Mark Ruffalo actually
his pants.
afterwards stomped on her foot because he was so upset. Weirdly enough, little known fact, I don't know if anyone knew that. It's pretty cool.
It's not true, but
it's not true at all. Is there any little known facts you know about this movie? Anything interesting?
Yeah, no. I wish I would have looked into that. I looked into that with Zodiac on the way here. But no, I actually don't know all that much outside of just what happens in the movie. I've watched plenty of video essays on the movie. Every time that I watch it, I return to one, because there are so many little things that are in the movie that you'll just miss. It's a movie that I feel like you can barely even watch just one time.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
I feel like you have to.
Well, the other reason that I think I had such a good movie-going experience with this one is because you kept pointing things out to me that I probably would have missed. But since you pointed it out, I was like, that is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't pointing out things that were spoilers.
Oh, no. It wasn't spoiler heavy. To be clear, he's really fun to watch movies with because he'll point things out that I absolutely would have missed. But it's not spoiler things. It's just interesting things that you'll notice. And then by the end of the whole movie, you'll be like, I'm so glad he pointed those out, because now I feel like I have a better understanding of what happened in this movie even more.
Yeah, it's because we keep watching movies that I've seen a bunch of times.
I know. We'll have to eventually not do that.
Well, I haven't seen Zodiac a bunch of times. That was only my second viewing.
I think every single movie we've watched, though, he's seen at least once.
I have seen at least once. Yeah.
I think most of the ones we've watched, though, I haven't seen, with the exception to Dune.
Yeah. Well, and Star Wars.
And Star Wars.
You've
That's
seen more
true.
Star Wars than me.
I've seen Star
At least
Wars.
I was a little bit more in the blue with that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we're definitely going to have to watch a movie that...
We both haven't seen.
Yeah, you guys will have to email us. Email us in.
I'm waiting on the day that like a movie comes to theaters. It's like interesting enough. That's I don't know. I want to see one in theaters that's kind of like split in ratings. I don't know.
Oh, that's
I
like
wanna,
a 50-50?
I want to disagree on something.
We have yet to disagree.
It's because we keep watching good movies.
This is true. We need to watch a bad movie.
I know. I want to watch a bad movie.
I don't know what bad movies I don't know a lot of bad movies. We could watch like really like Fast and Furious or like one of those big action movies that are really really bad but are also kind of fun to watch, like The Meg. Have you ever seen The Meg?
No, I've never seen
It's
that.
a shit movie.
I'm sure it is. And then they make a
It's-
second one that's like dinosaurs too.
Yeah, The Meg 2,
Oh,
which
thank
is
God
just
they crossed over
more.
with Jurassic Park.
There's what is it? I think there's a giant squid in that one,
Oh,
and
yo.
there's 3 megalodons instead of 1.
Damn.
Yeah. That's honestly, it's a shit movie, but it's pretty fun to watch. It's a good popcorn movie.
I feel like there's a scene in Shutter Island that I wanted to talk about that I can't remember right now. This has been like 2 weeks since we've watched it.
Yeah, we probably should have watched this a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it's been hard. Schedules lining up and stuff.
I'm trying to think do you remember what character was in it?
Well, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio's character is always in the movie. So
This
he-
is
he
true.
was in
I
it.
think he's
It's
in
pretty
most
much,
scenes.
actually, that's kind of true too. Though, it's only really got like 3 characters in the whole movie, low key.
I'd go with 4. The German doctor, main psychiatrist, Mark Ruffalo, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I wouldn't even really count the German doctor. He's
Really?
only in it like twice.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he was a very memorable character.
Yeah, he actually did provide like a really good like lesson, and he was the one that gave him like the big thing about the like live as a monster, all that stuff.
And like talking about his defensiveness and
Oh, yeah.
like kind of like being psychiatric with him and stuff like that. It was very interesting.
That's why, dude, I'm like terrified to like meet somebody that's a psychiatrist, and just like I don't want to be like cross-examined while I'm talking to somebody.
You know that's not actually how they do it, right?
Well, no, but like
They don't
just,
meet you and instantly go, I know exactly
well,
what you're thinking.
No, I know, but like just meeting somebody, like it not in like a medical situation, just like somebody that happens to be like a psych major or something in college, and they just start like cross-analyzing you or cross-examining you while you're
I feel
talking
like
to
you're
them.
expecting too much from these people.
No, I'm not. I swear. I mean, people do it that aren't psychiatrists all the time. I'm afraid it would be accurate.
Yeah, there's a reason they do it when they're not psychiatrists.
Yeah, but if it was accurate, it'd be kind of scary,
Well, I guess. But anything can be accurate if you believe it.
Don't tell me what's wrong with me. I don't want to know that.
I want to just be wrong.
I want to be positively reinforced at all times.
I should never be put in the wrong, okay? I am
Yeah.
correct at all times. Positive reinforcement.
Just like Teddy Daniels in Shutter Island. He's always right.
He's always right.
He's the good guy of the story. That's also true. There's really not really like a bad guy in the movie.
No, I wouldn't say.
It's all like situational.
They set it up as if there's a bad
Yeah.
guy, but there's clearly not a bad guy. I wouldn't even consider the main character by the end of the movie a bad guy. He's just a person that is crazy that they're trying to help and they can't.
It's like all.
Actually has a good message. The
No,
movie
yeah.
has a good
It does.
message. Other
About-
than the lobotomy thing. We shouldn't do that.
Well, yeah.
No, we shouldn't. Let's be clear.
Yeah, you're right. But no, like that's all due to like good framing of characters, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like that's like when you get like superhero movies and stuff, there's a good guy and there's a bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and like the best ones everybody always says are like ones where you can kind of reason with the bad guy or
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of like see his side of things. I love movies where there really isn't a bad guy, but it's all due to like the framing of the character that you're following, because realistically, a bad guy's not going to see themselves as a bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and so. And in this case, there's literally nobody that's doing anything wrong in the movie,
Yeah, I would agree with that.
except for like I guess like the flashbacks. Those are
The
pretty sinister.
flashbacks aren't the best, but
Yeah.
other than that, like there's no like actual
Yeah,
evil characters. Like like even the main character is not really evil. He just he just broke down. Like he couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, his personality just like, totally split
The doctors are all trying to help. Mark Ruffalo, who's also a psychiatrist, just trying to help. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say maybe the one evil character are the people inside Ward C. They're probably pretty insane. He almost died to one of the insane people.
Yeah, but also like that's kind of the movie's message is that the insanity of these people is really like victimizing them more so than turning them evil.
This is true.
They're just like a victim of their own delusions.
Mm-hmm. Also, can we just talk about Ward C, by the way, just for a second? He was walking through, and there was just a whole bunch of naked people in that cell.
Oh, yeah, there was a scene where they were in Ward C where he, like, walked in, and it was, like, a covered roof, and it was still raining.
Oh, yes.
That scene's really interesting. That was another, like, hallucination that I was wondering if that was... Like, it has to be on purpose.
It has to be on purpose.
Because, like, why would they make... I mean, the room wouldn't be just raining on its own.
And it wasn't raining outside.
So that was, like, a decision, like, on them. They were like, we're going to make it rain in this room.
Which is really weird. It was kind of cool, though, but at the same time, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting when you notice it. Like, I know I would not have noticed that. I would have been like, oh, clearly it's raining outside. But then he pointed it out, and I was like, you're right. It wasn't raining, and it's raining in here. And again, that makes it almost seem like, oh, they're drugging him. Like, it even pushes that notion even more. Just the way that they really want you to believe one thing, and I think they do an excellent job.
Yeah.
Like, they really do. Like, it's one of those things where you almost feel smart. Like, I know what they're trying to do here. I've watched enough movies as you're trying to figure it out. And then by the end of the movie, like, wow, they actually did get me here. I would not have guessed he was actually the person that was insane.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't watched enough movies, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
So, yeah.
But, all right. We're going to go over the reviews one more time. What's your number?
Still an 8.
Still an 8?
Yeah. It's like... Maybe the first time I watched it, I probably would have said a 10. But again, I didn't really understand it all that well because I was a kid. But I've watched it probably like 5 times.
And I'd give it a 9. I thought it was really, really good. I loved the ending. I thought the whole thing, like looking back on it all, I love all the stuff they did with it. And the characters, the acting, the portrayal of everyone.
The music is really good too.
The music was good.
Music is like really daunting.
But, okay, that was the Cinematics Podcast.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Catch us next week.
We'll see you in the news. I don't know what the news is, but...
In the news?
I just thought it was funny. 33 minutes exactly. We'll see you in the news.